Believe it or not, Victorian furniture did not just appear. It was born out of a national obsession with grief and status. The year is 1837. Queen Victoria takes the throne at only age 18. What follows over the next 60 years of influence is not just in politics, but also in design. When Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, died in 1861, the Queen went into deep, deep mourning because she actually loved her husband, unlike a lot of royals of her day. She even would write her diary entries expressing her adoration and love for him, which is just so, so sweet and makes, honestly, this era of furniture all the more sad and sentimental. But she went into deep mourning, and honestly, so did everybody else. Here enters the heavy draperies, the dark woods like mahogany and rosewood, the deeply tufted upholstered furniture, all of the ornate carved details, and gilded golds. And just as a side note, I have a really strong soft spot for this era of furniture. My grandmother's entire house was based upon this style. She would fly over to Paris, get her antiques, and have them shipped back. She would always made sure that she was staying as true to the era as humanly possible. So basically every single room in her entire house looked like this. It was honestly iconic and amazing, and she truly gave me the appreciation I have today for antiques and the history of them. Another note to add is that this was all during the Industrial Revolution. So previously, furniture that the middle class could only ever dream to ever have was now becoming more and more obtainable as it ended up being more mass produced. Basically, mass production met royal tastes. So now everybody wanted carved legs, curvy silhouettes, and velvet upholstery. Basically, if your furniture didn't look like it took a minimum of 200 years to carve, the Victorians didn't want it. Tufted velvets, silks, damask, needlepoints, these were not just chairs, they literally created thrones to sit upon. But comfort did finally matter to the Victorians, but it had to look royal. Also in this era, dark woods reigned supreme. Mahogany, rosewood, walnut, these woods were stained dark to match the somber tones of the mourning obsessed era. Then they were introduced to the gas lamp, which really changed everything. Now the Victorians were obsessed with mood and ambient lighting. Who isn't? More was more for the Victorians. Every surface of a room needed a vase, it needed a candlestick, it needed books, figurines, teapots, anything. If a room was empty, it was deemed as being cold. And the Victorians, well, they're an indecisive bunch. They're known to mix a bunch of different styles, neoclassicism, Rococo, Gothic revival. And remember, this is the Victorian era where they are Egypt obsessed. I mean, aren't we all? But it also showed in their furniture carvings. Look at this collection. This is honestly so cool. The Victorian era furniture really said, I read poetry by candlelight, hands off my taxidermy bird, and why yes, that is real velvet, which honestly are all statements that I too can get behind. So let me know down below, do you also love this era of furniture, and would you like to see a resurgence?